Hello, everyone, and welcome to English with Unknown, a podcast where we sometimes discuss interesting topics in clear and natural English. I'm Ben.
And I'm Emma. In today's episode, we're going to talk about nature, camping, fishing, houseplants, and the role nature plays in modern life. So, Ben, how are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you. I've been watching the World Cup recently, and yesterday I watched England play against France. England is my favorite team, so I was really happy when they won. How are you, Emma?
I'm fine too. That match sounds exciting, although I don't watch football very often. I spent last weekend with my family in the countryside. We cooked outside, went for a long walk, and enjoyed the fresh air. Actually, that leads us nicely into today's topic. Ben, what is your attitude towards nature?
I love nature. I enjoy spending time outdoors with my friends, especially when we go camping. City life can be stressful and noisy, so it feels good to leave the city, turn off your phone, and enjoy the peaceful atmosphere.
I completely agree. Sometimes we need to slow down, clear our minds, and forget about our daily problems for a while. Whenever I spend time in nature, I feel calmer and more energetic afterwards. What is your favorite outdoor activity?
That's a difficult question because I enjoy several activities. I like camping, hiking, cooking outdoors, and fishing. But if I had to choose only one, I would probably choose camping.
Why camping?
Because it gives you a feeling of freedom. You can set up a tent, make a fire, cook your own food, and spend the evening talking to your friends. I also love waking up early in the morning, leaving the tent, and seeing the forest around me. What about you? Do you like camping?
I like the idea of camping, but I'm not sure I would enjoy sleeping in a tent for several days. I prefer staying in a small country house or a comfortable cabin. You can still be close to nature, but you also have a proper bed, electricity, and a bathroom.
That's understandable. Camping is not comfortable for everyone. Some people enjoy the adventure, while others prefer having basic comforts nearby.
Exactly. What do you usually take with you when you go camping?
First of all, I take a tent, a sleeping bag, warm clothes, food, water, and a flashlight. I also bring a power bank for my phone.
That sounds well organized.
You have to be organized when you go into the forest. Forgetting something important can cause serious problems. For example, if you forget warm clothes, the night may be much colder than you expected.
That's true. You mentioned fishing earlier. What do you enjoy about it?
I like fishing because it is a slow and peaceful process. It helps me relax and be patient. When you fish, you cannot control everything. You simply prepare your equipment, wait, and observe what is happening around you. In a way, fishing reflects my personality.
That's interesting. Honestly, I don't really like fishing. You may spend several hours waiting without catching anything. Mosquitoes bite you, the weather can suddenly change, and you have to stay focused. Even one small mistake can ruin the whole process.
That's fair. Fishing definitely requires patience.
Do you normally keep the fish that you catch?
Not always. Sometimes I release it back into the water, especially if it is too small. I think people should respect nature and avoid taking more than they actually need.
I agree. That reminds me of another serious issue, poaching. What is your attitude towards poachers? Vocabulary explanation. A poacher is a person who illegally hunts or catches animals, usually to make money.
I strongly dislike them. Poachers kill rare and endangered animals just to make money. Their actions can damage entire ecosystems and even cause some species to disappear.
Why do you think poaching still exists?
Mostly because there is still a market for illegal animal products. Some people are willing to pay large amounts of money for ivory, animal skins, horns, or exotic pets. As long as people continue buying these products, poachers will continue trying to sell them.
So the problem is not only the people who kill the animals, but also the people who create demand.
Exactly. Governments need stronger laws. But education is also important. People need to understand how their choices affect wildlife.
Let's move from wild animals to something closer to home. Do you have any plants in your flat?
No, I don't have any plants at home. I live in a small flat, so I don't have much space. To be honest, I also don't feel motivated to water plants regularly or take care of them. What about you?
I have several houseplants. I like them because they make my home feel more comfortable and alive. Some plants also have beautiful shapes and add a natural atmosphere to a room.
What kinds of plants do you have?
I have a pothos, a snake plant, a monstera, and a spider plant.
I don't know much about houseplants. Are they difficult to grow?
Not really. Most of them are well adapted to indoor environments. They don't need too much attention, and some of them can survive even if you forget to water them for a few days.
That sounds perfect for me.
A snake plant might be a good choice for you. It is quite strong and doesn't need much water.
Maybe I should buy one. Do you think plants actually improve your mood, or are they simply decorations?
I think they can improve your mood. Of course, they cannot solve serious problems, but taking care of something living can be relaxing. Plants also make a room feel less empty and more welcoming.
That makes sense. How do you usually spend your free time in nature?
About once a month, I visit my grandmother's country house. We usually cook shashlik and grilled vegetables, drink tea outside, and talk about family life. Vocabulary explanation. Shashlik is a traditional Eastern European and Central Asian dish made from pieces of meat cooked on skewers. I also enjoy walking through places that I often visited when I was a child. It brings back memories and helps me clear my mind. How do you spend your weekends?
Every Friday evening, I meet my friends at a local bar. We relax after work or university and decide what we are going to do at the weekend. Quite often, we visit my friend's country house. We cook together, sit around a fire, talk about life, listen to music, and sometimes have a few drinks.
That sounds enjoyable. Do you ever go hiking?
Sometimes, but we usually choose short and easy routes. We aren't professional hikers, so we don't want to climb dangerous mountains or walk for 10 hours. For us, hiking is more about spending time together than reaching a difficult destination.
Do you clean up the campsite before you leave?
Yes, of course, we collect all our rubbish, make sure the fire is completely out, and leave the place as clean as possible. I think that is extremely important. If people leave burning wood or glass bottles behind, they can cause forest fires.
Absolutely. One careless action can have terrible consequences. A forest fire can destroy trees, animals' homes, and sometimes even nearby villages. Another problem is plastic waste. Some people leave plastic bags, bottles, and food packaging in the forest. Animals may eat it or become trapped in it. Why do you think people behave like that?
Some people are lazy, while others simply believe that one bottle will not make a difference. But if thousands of visitors think in the same way, the entire area becomes polluted.
That's a good point. Everyone thinks their own piece of rubbish is too small to matter. What could governments or local communities do to solve this problem?
They could place more rubbish bins near popular camping areas, introduce fines, and organize cleanup events. Schools could also teach children how to behave responsibly in nature.
I think education is especially important. Habits often begin during childhood. Let's discuss another question. Do you think people spend less time in nature nowadays?
Yes, I think they do. Many people work indoors, study online, order food online, and spend their free time watching videos or using social media. Modern life allows us to do almost everything without leaving home.
Do you think that is harmful?
It can be harmful if there is no balance. People need technology, and modern life is certainly more convenient. However, sitting indoors all day can negatively affect both physical and mental health.
I agree. In the past, people often spent more time outside because they had fewer forms of digital entertainment. They walked more, spoke to their neighbors, and did more physical work. Today, many people feel lonely or stressed even though they are constantly connected through the internet.
That is an interesting contradiction. We can communicate with anyone at any time, but sometimes we still feel isolated.
Exactly. People constantly compare themselves with others on social media. They see successful careers, expensive holidays, perfect relationships, and beautiful homes. As a result, they may begin to believe that their own lives are not good enough.
Do you think nature can help with that?
Yes, at least to some extent. Nature gives people a break from notifications, advertisements, and comparisons. When you walk through a forest, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You can simply be present and notice the world around you.
I understand your point, but I think people sometimes romanticize nature. Nature can be beautiful, but it can also be uncomfortable and dangerous. There are mosquitoes, ticks, poisonous plants, wild animals, bad weather, and problems with food or clean water.
That's true. Nature is not always peaceful.
Modern life protects us from many of these problems. We have comfortable homes, medicine, heating, safe food, and clean water. Life has become easier in many ways.
So perhaps the goal should not be to reject modern life and live permanently in the forest.
Exactly, the goal is balance. We can enjoy technology and comfort, but we should also spend some time outside, exercise, and stay connected with the natural world.
How much time do you think people should spend outdoors?
I don't think there is one perfect number for everyone. Even a short walk in a park can be useful. You don't need to travel to a national park or spend a week camping. 20 or 30 minutes outdoors every day may already improve your mood.
That's a realistic approach. Before we finish, let's answer one final question. If you could spend 1 week anywhere in nature, where would you go?
I would choose a quiet lake surrounded by mountains and forests. I would go there with a few close friends. We would fish, cook outdoors, hike during the day, and sit around a fire in the evening. What about you?
I would choose a small house near the sea. I would wake up early, walk along the beach, read books, and watch the sunset every evening. However, I would still want electricity, hot water, and a comfortable bed.
So, you want nature, but with modern comforts.
Exactly, I'm not ready to give up everything.
That seems like a good way to finish today's discussion. Nature can help us relax, become more active, and take a break from modern life. At the same time, we should respect its dangers and protect the environment.
Thank you for listening to English with Unknown. In the comments, tell us, what is your favorite way to spend time in nature?
And would you prefer sleeping in a tent or staying in a comfortable cabin? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoyed this episode.
See you in the next episode. Bye!